Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we will be talking about the mathematics behind Gundam. We will be going from basically anything mathematical that I can find on it. Now, before we get into that, a brief history and some context. Well, not context, but a brief history. Gundam has amassed a large following since its initial release. I think most people know what Gundam is, but for those who don't, it's an anime centered around giant mechs fighting, super weapons, and politics, or more specifically, it's a Japanese military science fiction media franchise. The franchise took off in 1979 when its creator, Yoshiyuki Tomino, and Bandai Namco Filmworks, formerly known as Sunrise, aired its first episode of the original series, the series being Mobile Suit Gundam, the episode being Gundam Rising, on April 7th. Since then, it has expanded into multiple outlets such as manga, toys, model kits, and games. They also have had a lot of collaborations. Some have been questionable. The original show itself has also branched out with entries such as the popular Gundam Seed, Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, and Gundam 00. These are just a few of the many different series. With so many different ones, there's one for everyone, and all of them are quite interesting and entertaining. You like a lot of political talk? There's one for that. Want less talking and more fighting? They have one for that too. Want both? Well, they have to have that. Want to see stereotypical mechs from different countries while also seeing them fight Dragon Ball Z style? Yeah, they have that too. Now, time for the math. Gundam may be science fiction, but there has to be some sort of real elements. And if they can have coherent politics, they can have coherent math. One of the most blatant being geometry. Gundam armor and weapon designs use many different aspects of geometry. Some examples include Gundam RX-93V, New Gundam, the Gundam Wing Zero, and Gundam Death Sight. All of these use shapes and patterns that are aesthetically pleasing. More maths that are used are calculus, linear algebra, and vector algebra. All of these are needed for the calculation of Lagrange points, I think it's called. Why do we need Lagrange points? Well, the placement of the space colonies in the UC timeline, or Universal Century timeline, is based off them. While not directly referenced, it is heavily indicated. One interesting math used in Gundam 00 is the use of quantum mathematics. The Gundam 00 utilized something called the quantum system, which is used to explain many abilities that specific Gundam has. In Gundam Unicorn, the Laplace box mystery takes things from Laplace theorem, which is involved with probability. It implies a world where knowing all the variables means predicting the future. It states that if x is the random variable with probability density function, say f, then the Laplace transform of f is given as the expectation of this equation here, which is referred to as the Laplace transform of random variable x itself. To top most of this off, the symbol used in the Turn A Gundam's logo is quite literally the mathematical symbol for all, which deals with logical conditions. And in conclusion, there are a lot of maths in Gundam, but these are just a few examples of how math is used. I didn't want this video to be too long, but all of these maths require a high degree of education, such as college degree or higher, because a lot of these things are not basic math concepts. Thank you for watching. And I apologize for the different audios. But this is the conclusion of the video, and I thank you for watching. If you want more Gundam content, then please like and subscribe. And thanks for giving me your attention. This is for my math project grade. Mr. K, please have mercy on me. I had to do this on the fly.